On 12th of February 2022, Chelsea Football Club and its fans were on cloud 9 after winning their first ever Club World Cup, and the future only looked bright and uphill from there, as this was the only trophy that eluded them in an era of unprecedented success for the English club. However, since the outbreak of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, things don't seem so rosy for Chelsea, as they have just finished 12th in the English Premier League, which is their worst finish in 30 odd years, and have even failed to qualify for the Champions League, which is a rare sight. This season, Chelsea scored a total of only 36 league goals, which equals the number of goals scored by a single player of Manchester City, and that is enough to quantify the magnitude of Chelsea's worsening performance. This is the story of how the Russia-Ukraine conflict turned into the worst tragedy of English football history. The story begins with Chelsea's fortunes turning into gold when Roman Abramovich, a Russian oligarch, bought Chelsea in the year 2003. Under his ownership, Chelsea became a footballing powerhouse in Europe, winning 21 major trophies in the next 19 years, which is the most by an English club during that period. Fast forward to February 2022, when Russia attacked Ukraine, the whole of Europe started enforcing sanctions against Russia's economy, including its business and the oligarchs. The world of football did not remain untouched from the effects of this conflict when other nations started criticizing England on its inability to sanction Roman Abramovich, who was a close aide of Putin. Sensing the inevitable that sanctioning its owner and freezing his UK assets would directly impact Chelsea, the club put out a statement on behalf of Roman announcing that Chelsea FC is for sale. Meanwhile, succumbing to the global pressure, the UK government froze all the assets of Roman, including Chelsea Football Club, which meant an existential crisis for the club. This led to a large hue and cry among the fans of Chelsea, as they feared the worst, that their club would be liquidated once and for all. To soothe the tensions in the country, the UK government released a statement that Chelsea would be allowed to function on a special license where a bare minimum daily activities would continue, but all the commercial activities must be banned. The club was not allowed to spend more than £500,000 on match days, not make any transfers, or offer any new deals to any existing players. However, as per the special license, the ownership of the club had to be transferred from the hands of Roman by June 2022, otherwise the government would have no other option but to liquidate the club. Before moving on to the next chapter, if you're enjoying this video, we request you to hit the like button, as this goes into the YouTube algorithm as a positive sign, which helps our channel to reach out to other awesome viewers just like you. Chelsea was valued at approximately $4 billion, plus Chelsea owed a debt of $2 billion to its previous owner, which meant that the transfer would be a complex and man-hour-hungry exercise given the short period of time. The responsibility of executing the sale was handed over to Rain Group, a prestigious consulting firm from the United States. After a lot of deliberations and going over 500 bids, Rain finalized the consortium led by Todd Boehly, an American business tycoon, who bought Chelsea for a staggering $5 billion, the highest ever for a sports entity. The new ownership seemed to give a fresh lease of life to the club. However, things only had to go downhill from there, and we are going to discuss the main reasons for that. Inexperience of new owners. Boehly and company are relatively inexperienced in the world of football, especially in Europe, where football is more than a religion. This has led to some mistakes, such as the decision to sack Thomas Tuchel, a fan favorite manager, spending too much money. It seems that the pressure of filling the shoes and maintaining the standards set by the previous owners led Boehly and company to spend over £600 million on new players without due diligence. Lack of a clear plan. They have made a number of changes, such as appointing multiple managers in a single season and hiring too many sporting directors, but Boehly's long-term plan is not clear how these changes fit together. Owing to these issues, Chelsea ended up giving their worst performance in recent history, with the club not even finishing in top half of the English league, even after spending close to $1 billion. They have now appointed their fourth permanent manager in just 1 year, which is possibly one of the biggest reasons for the club's failure. As this video was only about Russia-Ukraine's impact on English football, We will discuss that reason in detail in our next video. This video was the first episode of our 3-part series on how Chelsea can revive itself from the dead. In our next video, we will talk about the contribution of Thomas Tuchel in saving the club and what went wrong during Todd Boehly's ownership. To find out how things turned so ugly for Chelsea with the sacking of fans' favourite Tuchel and then appointing a novice Graham Potter to finally ending the season with the caretaker boss Frank Lampard, make sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. The best way to support us is by helping us reach 1000 subscribers, liking this video and watching our other videos, as YouTube really loves it when you do that. See you in the next video. Ciao.